Happy Aloha Friday, everybody. It's time for ESPN Honolulu's Fans Friday Talk Story. And you know, a lot of buzz happened over the weekend because we had the Island Day spring football game. Everyone loves football. So what better guest to have on this week's episode than one of the members of the University of Hawaii football team, Dior Scott. So Dior, first of all, thanks for taking the time to be a part of our Fan Friday Talk Story.
No, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
And I just want to point out, because when we came on and I connected you, you're at your coach's office because just before this, you were watching some film. So that is already exciting to know that one of the seniors on this team is spending the extra time after spring practice, no less, and the game is all done. I know you got some practice, but still working hard and trying to be analytical and trying to improve. So, hey, kudos to you for that kind of work ethic.
No, thank you. Just Coach Tim always says be a student of the game and treat this like school. So every time I get to have film, I stay here as long as I can.
And by the way, which coach is that you're invading tonight?
I'm in Coach JU's office, Coach Jared Ursula, Coach Jared Ursula's office.
Well, do extend our thank yous for letting you and also us be able to record this. Now, first, give me the spring game, and there was so much excitement that was captured that day on the player side. Describe that whole day for you.
It was highly anticipated. The Rebel Soldiers supposed to be coming out. We're supposed to have a huge fan base coming, and also the return of Ha was coming. So that was our big deal. We're trying to make sure we did it right just for the fans, because I know that's a big part of the culture here, and also just trying to make sure the fans enjoy the game and enjoy some play time. And I love how Coach Jamie did the Keiki Zone and have all the kids included into his spring game. So I loved it.
Now, there's still, I believe you still have a couple more practices?
Yes, now we have two more.
Two more. When is that, tomorrow or something? Or
it's Thursday and Saturday.
And then that's it for spring.
Yes, as I said, for spring.
So finally you get to go into the off season. Now for you, this is how many seasons now have you been with the University of Hawaii?
I've been here for 2 seasons now, but I redshirted last year, so I have 2 more.
2 more?
Yes, I have 2 more.
Wow. And I've been so excited that you agreed to be a part of this because I watched, and I'm sure you've heard this over, but I'm just going to be a little starstruck, but I watched you when you're on Last Chance U because you're playing with Laney College, yes, right, over in Oakland, and that was the school that was featured. And, of course, if no one's watched Last Chance U, how hard was it to not look at the camera?
It was kind of hard, just when you're first seeing cameras in your face, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to act. So it was kind of nerve-wracking, but then within like 2 weeks of it, it felt comfortable, it felt natural. It felt like we was all a family, and they're just trying to document our lives. So it was a great experience, to be honest. And,
throughout that series, the documentary, they focused on a few of the players, you being one of them. How was that process in terms of determining which players they're going to focus on? Did the coach recommend it? Did someone come to you, say, would you mind if we focused on you because you're one of the returning key players? How did that work out?
They recorded like a lot of people. I think they recorded 10 to 12 of us. And then which started exciting, they made the final cut. So we didn't know who made the final cuts until we saw the show.
Oh, so you didn't even know that you were going to be the one that featured on the final. Wow. No kidding. Now, what was the delayed time from when of course, your season ends, and it's kind of your season ends, and then when it aired? What was that gap time about?
It ended in November, and then it aired, July, August? So around that time, it's like from like November, December to like August, July, August. It was just like a dead period. There was I think like before the show came out, they gave me like a little preview and see what I can say for interviewers who want to talk to me before about the show and stuff like that. So it it was a long waiting period. That was highly anticipated too. It was just, it's just you growing up watching Last Chance U, you like, oh man, I want to. It would be great if I'm on that. And now like you're the face of it. It's like, oh my god, it was crazy. It's a crazy experience. I still can't believe it to this day that I was on it.
I know, and forever you can, that's kind of like a legacy element. And I think what was cool is that because as I'm watching it, like I didn't know you're being recruited by the University of Hawaii, and you talk about that, like you're talking with your head coach, and they're going over your options, but it kind of highlights kind of, I don't know if it's stressful is the word, but that those periods of anxiety for all of you guys, which is kind of the focus of the show, right? That as a junior college student athlete, the term last chance U, this is kind of the last chance that you get to play D1 or continue playing after your second season at junior college. And there is kind of this anxiety about that whole thing. And I think you portrayed that. There was I think a scene where you're talking with your coach in the coach's office, and I think he's trying to give you some guidance. You're saying about, well, I'm thinking I'm going to go with Hawaii, but I don't know. And then there's kind of that rapport. But I thought that was really interesting to see how anxious that can be. And for you, I mean, how anxious is it during that period? Your season is ending, you're being recruited, yet you kind of still don't know what your next step is.
That was the recruiting process. It's a crazy process because you know what's going to happen. You know which coach is going to pull the trigger. You know which coach is going to pull out. It was a lot of variables that played a part of it. Also, not even just recruiting, just my personal life that played a role in my anxiety too. So my main thing was just trying to just get out of my situation, trying to find a school. And when it was crunch time and I didn't have enough schools and just Hawaii was the one, I was like, okay, this got to be it then. So I put all my eggs into Hawaii, and here I am.
And by the way, your personal story, I thought that was also quite riveting and very interesting, and just knowing the kind of issues and situations and pressures that students like you have to deal with aside from the academic work and the maintaining your GPA and playing and the pressure to come with that. I mean, just really remarkable. I'm glad you're here at the University of Hawaii. Now, tell me, when you first came as not maybe your recruiting trip or whatever, but the first time you come, you're a student here. What was your first impression?
Hawaii is such a slow pace. That was my first impression. Everything's so slow motion. I was not used to the slow pace, laid back atmosphere. I was used to everybody go, grind, get it. It's fast paced. That's what I was used to. So it kind of bummed me out because I wasn't used to that. And also only had Jared here, Jared Smart. So I really didn't have any friends. I didn't know nobody. So it was kind of a bad experience. It was crazy because my first 2 months here, I had to call my mom crying to her because I was like, man, Mom, I want to go home. This is not it. I didn't think that this was going to be it. But then my mom told me, just calm down, relax. This is the place you got to be. This is the perfect place for you. And it really has been a perfect place for me.
Because what month did you come?
I came January 2020, right before COVID.
Oh, gosh. So you were – oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that must have been so challenging. Because you're kind of not only isolated physically on an island, but weren't you guys isolated because of the pandemic,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Oh, that is so terrible. But I'm glad everything worked out. By the way, so what is the first thing that when you went back home, right? Maybe I don't know when football guys can go back because you're training all summer, you're training all season. But when you went back, what are some of the things your friends ask of you about? Like they know you went to the University of Hawaii, right? So did they ask you, did you surf? What are some of these cliche questions that your friends or family asked of you?
How's the beach? How's the people? What's the food like? Man, that's pretty much it. It's like you go to the beach all the time. It's like, no, not really, because I'd be having school and football all the time. Just like on my off days I do. But Yeah, really just how's the beach, how's the people, how's the food. That's it.
Gotta know about the food. By the way, so Dior, what I know athletes, especially football, it's so time consuming. But when you have some free time, what is it that you like to do? Downtime.
Downtime. I like to hang out with my local family, the Zara family. They really helped me out a lot with my transition here. So going to Mililani, I kind of miss going to Mililani more, and also just interacting with with the local kids. I went to a football event in what, Laie, I think.
Yeah, yes.
I loved it there. They showed me so much love. So right, so now when I first came in, I was like, I'm gonna be a St. Louis fan because everybody's a St. Louis fan. But they changed me, so I'm a Kahuku fan and stuff like that. So that's embracing, like, for my free time. It's like embracing the culture, just going out there and just meeting new people and trying to really tap into my local side.
DR, not too many, well, maybe now in this era of college athletics, but you actually had a couple of, significant transitions as a college student athlete, right? You went, first of all, from high school to junior college. That's a big step. Then you went from junior college to University of Hawaii. And then while at the University of Hawaii, you have a coaching change situation. Can you compare or contrast, or what are some similarities in those kinds of changes in your life as a student athlete?
Uh, Really just roll with the punches, roll with the trials and tribulations, because that's been my whole life. It's another obstacle. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna fall down, or you're gonna pick yourself back up and fight through it. So having a culture changes. I've been having culture changes since high school. My junior year, I had a culture change in high school, and in my JUCO years, I had Coach Beam. When I first came out here, I was with Coach Rolo, because Coach Rolo recruited me, and then he left the day I came. So then I had Coach Graham. So coaching change it's not new to me. Like, having a hiccup that's not new to me. I'm used to hiccups. So that's what I've been living my whole life, is just, oh, it's another bumper road. So what you gonna do?
And is it kind of like you mentioned the coaching change, and I kind of forgot about the fact that, yeah, it was the Coach Rolovich staff that recruited you. When a new, like in this case, the Timmy Chang staff has now come in. You have been there a few years, obviously, at the University of Hawaii, pretty much kind of established yourself with the Todd Graham coaching staff. Now a new one comes in. Is it a sense of like, I have to reprove myself, kind of like, because the coaches may not know you as much as obviously the Rolovich staff, and then you developed a relationship with the Graham staff, but now you got to kind of reprove yourself again. Is that kind of from your angle?
Yes, when Coach Chang came here, my first mindset was I got to prove to him that he can trust me on the field. I think that was for everybody's mindset, for Coach Timmy to really just trust us and prove to him that we can be great players on the field, and he can trust us. So that's what every coach has to have. You got to prove yourself, because they don't know what you're really about. They don't know who you are. It's just a name until you make plays.
You didn't lead when you met Coach Timmy with the first thing that I'm a Kahuku fan, did you?
No. So I think Coach Timmy found out I was a Cuckoo fan on Twitter when I shouted out that I'm a Cuckoo fan. So yeah.
He didn't make you run extra laps or anything, did he?
No. He hasn't talked to me about it yet.
Oh my goodness. Tell me about, I found a little bit, but tell our audience here on the Facebook ESPN Fan Friday about your hometown and where you're from.
Man, Antioch, well, I guess, how can I say this? Antioch is home. It's had a couple of bad areas, but when you're really trying to get yourself out there, you got people that's on your team, that's on your back. It's gonna push you every day to make sure you get out, make sure you make the best decisions for yourself. So I put myself around a group of my brothers, my day one brothers that I've been knowing since middle school. They helped me out a lot, just with my transition out here, and also make me a better man. So Antioch is fun, it's hyphy, fast paced, is be yourself. So I try to mix in Hawaii and Antioch within my personality.
Hey, by the way, like at Laney, you're a receiver, right?
Right.
Now you've come to University of Hawaii. I think if I'm reading correctly, you've also done some kickoff returns, played running back. What's kind of the forecast coming into this season now?
Uh, I'll play offense. That's it. So wherever Coach Timmy wants me to be at, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna play outside receiver, I'll be there. Inside receiver, I'll be there. Running back, tight end, offensive line, whatever he needs me to do, just know I'm gonna do it for him 100%. Because it's not just for me; it's for I'm doing this for the team, trying to make the team better. So whatever they need me to do, I'll do it.
And you know, I've never had a chance to talk with a return specialist. So let me ask you this, because I think being a punt returner is probably really hard and challenging because of the time from, you know, the time you have where the ball's up in the air and you make that catch, and when the guys are wanting to take your head off is very slim. Now, as a kickoff return, there is a little bit more time, but it's that whole element of, yeah, you have kind of a design of where the return is going to go, but there's not, I don't want, whatever any of the special league teams are, there's not a whole lot of blocking in front of you, right? Because it's all kind of in retreat mode. Yeah, there's a scheme to create a wall here, but unlike in an offensive play, if you're running back, the 5 or 6 guys in front of you are right there, moment of impact. But the kickoff return, the punt return, a lot of it is on you to make the first 1 or 2 guys miss at least, right? So what is kind of the needed characteristics to be a good return guy?
You know, be calm and just stick to your fundamentals. That's really the main 2 things: be calm, stick to your fundamentals. Because once you get frantic out there, you're not worried about catching the ball. That's the main thing. First job is ball security and secure the ball. So catch the ball and make a move. If you're trying to overthink stuff, you're going to drop the ball, you're going to fumble. So really, it's fun playing return specialist. To be honest, you can be yourself. I play football as like it's art or poetry for me. So being a return specialist that's another way of me just showing my art form.
So, by the way, what's the plans school-wise? Like, are you due to graduate next spring or
Graduate in the fall.
next fall?
Yes.
All right. What's going to be your degree?
Kinesiology and sociology.
All right. And then what's the plans after that?
Ooh, you know, I talked about it with my mom. We thought about getting a master's program and getting a master's, but I realized I said, no, this is just too much. So I might get a minor in something. I do want to take business classes, so we're going to see in the future what's going to happen.
All right. What's the vibe of this team, particularly after the spring game, but kind of the energy? There's new players that came in. There's a new coaching staff. As a player, what's kind of the vibe? What's kind of the mindset or the emotional rhythm of the team going into this current off season, looking ahead to the start of next season?
You know, we set the tone this spring. We came in, we know what happened in the past happened in the past. So we really try to set an identity for our culture, not just for ourselves, just for our culture, see what we're going to be about. So the brotherhood, that's something that's really implemented in us. That's just not for a show. We really go by that. We really talk about it. We really be about it. And, you know, we love each other, embrace one another. What I love what Coach Timmy did during the off season, during workouts, he made us have a Dr. Brada. So mainland guys have to mix in with local guys so we can both interact with each other and not just have groups. Oh, this group's from the Bay. This group is from Florida, Georgia, stuff like that. And these are local kids. No, we all come in as one, and we just have. I think the brotherhood is so much better now. The vibes is just so immaculate and ecstatic. You came and see it. What people seen was like a glimpse of how much we really love each other. Of course, we're gonna fight every day because we're competitors, but it's genuine love out there in the field. We play for one another, not just for ourselves.
Oh, we could feel the excitement. So we're glad that, you know, that it's just, we can't wait for that next football season to come. Well, football is always very popular. Now I know in recruiting, right, a lot of times coaches will bring in a new recruit and kind of pair them up with a senior or a veteran player, right, for a period of time. What would you tell a young incoming potential freshman comes paired up with you, Dior? What's your message?
What is my message?
To recruit this young man?
Just know if you're gonna come here, you gotta embrace the culture. You can't be an eye guy. You can't act like you're gonna change the culture because the culture's not gonna change. We establish a culture, and also if you're trying to have it your way, it's not gonna go good for you. This is the most important decision in your life. Talk to your family about it, see what you want to do, and remember, you come here for business. This is not just vacation. Yes, you got an offer. Yes, you got a scholarship. Also, this is business. You want to make a life better, make a family's lives better. Every day, you got to get better.
Oh, terrific. Pretend that I'm your agent. And, in this era of college athletics and name, image, and likeness, yes. If I was your agent, now I'm not saying that there are agents, right, for college athletics, but let's just hypothetically, okay, who would you want me to approach so that you could connect with for name, image, and likeness? What company, brand, or service or something that Dior Scott would be good with that?
DiGiorno Pizza. That's one.
I love it.
Reason why? Because my nickname in JUCO was DiGiorno, because Coach Beam couldn't say my name. So he just called me DiGiorno, and everybody went with it. It's funny. It's funny. On my social media handles, it's all DiGiorno. So if DiGiorno can sponsor me and we can get in talks one day, that would be great.
Oh, my goodness. You mean he couldn't say Dior?
Oh, also Dior. Also Dior. Yeah, I can do Dior. That's just pretty. That's pretty basic, but like DiGiorno it's going to mean something more better because it's a meaning behind it. True
to that. Okay, I'm going to play a final thing. I'm going to play this game. It's called Give Me a Name. Okay, I'm just going to say something, and I want you to give me a name that pops out of your head. Okay, ready? So this is called Give Me a Name with Dior Scott. A mentor.
Coach Beam.
A singer.
Oh, Sierra.
Oh, football player.
Me.
Superhero.
My mom.
Oh, nice. That is awesome. Food item.
Fruit snacks.
Tech item.
PS5.
A place to go in Honolulu.
Sandy's. Secrets.
Okay. Place to go in your hometown.
There's no place to go in my hometown. Oh, the streets.
The streets? All right. Place to take someone to go grab something to eat.
Chick-fil-A.
Most hilarious teammate.
Me.
Nerdiest teammate. You. No.
The nerdiest, I would say, Hop.
Strongest teammate.
Oh, Blessman.
Who?
Blessman.
Oh, okay. Awesome. That was it. That was pretty good. DiGiorno. I like it. Hey, Dior, thank you so much for taking some time to be a part of Fan Friday Talk Story. We're so excited for next year's season, but I'm glad you are here with the University of Hawaii. Good luck to you next season.
Thank you.